Hey, happy Valentine's Day, Cancer. Starseed, Lightworker, Twin Flame, and Soulmates. And welcome to Lorraine's Tarot Love Reading. Now, we're just going to dive straight in there and see what messages the cards have for you, for both you and your person's love journey thus far. So, messages for Cancer. Cancer. Messages for Cancer. Great combination. Fantastic combination here. Alright, so you have the Death card and you have the Devil card. Alright, okay. Now, just before I bust a move, I just like to say I offer 100% money back guarantee for image readings, tarot readings, also the programs, as well as counselling and mentoring, plus advice to help you with union with self and union with your person. If you're interested, details are in the description box below this video. Check it out. Now, I'm going to deep dive here. There may be a bit roundabouts here, but I'm going to touch on everything. All right, these cards are They are a fantastic combination here. But let me explain, all right, why they are a fantastic combination. Okay, so coming in with the Devil card here, see what it can talk about there is, see, it's about ending out patterns and habits here. It's a huge transformation. It can talk about the beginning. It can also talk about what you're going through here in your reading, what you are ending out. It's not about the rebirth as yet here, but what it also talks about here is that it can also come in as the reason, the purpose, the reason why you are doing what you are doing, the reason why your person is doing what they're doing here, and why this is so important here in your reading. See, in the past, what it can talk about there is that your person had major negative attachments here that were connected to a past pain, hurt and fear of rejection, abandonment and neglect here. When you're coming in with the Devil card, there is a great fear to come out of a comfort zone, to leave certain things behind here in your reading, but more importantly here, there was a fear to face the truth about oneself and one's reality here. And so in terms of negative attachments, you are coming in with patterns and habits. Now, I normally associate those patterns and habits to chocolate because it's an easy scenario that most people will get and understand here. So you connect the dots yourself when it comes to the chocolate here. Because I'm not going to assume that I know what those patterns and habits are and why you have patterns and habits. See, when you're coming in with, well, with the Devil card, what it talks about there is it's ignoring and it's avoiding the fact that the chocolate, the pattern and the habit is a problem here. And you don't see it as a problem. You don't see yourself as the problem. You actually see others as the problem. And so the chocolate is a way in which most people would use to calm themselves down, to, it's like get a better perspective. But what it can also do there in terms of that perspective is that it can create an illusion or make someone quite delusional here, that what they're doing is okay. Now, when you're coming in with the Death card here, death and transformations, what it talks about there is that you finally realize that it's not okay. You finally realize that the chocolate is actually the problem. But more importantly, you also realize that it's actually you Not so much the chocolate, because it's you that puts the chocolate to your lips here and you consume it. See, when you're coming in with death and transformations here, what it talks about there, I do see it as stages here. And yeah, of course you want it to end like that, but the death card and the devil card together, it's a cycle in itself. Because when you start going through your transformation, it is so, at those beginning initial stages here, it is easy to go back to the past because you become vulnerable here. Because what you're actually doing here is that you're stripping away everything here. Okay? I liken it to cleaning the garden, weeding the garden, where you're just taking everything out and getting it ready to be replanted. And because you've stripped it all away, and you're left with nothing, because that's how it feels and that's how it comes in, here you have, then the rebirth happens and you've got to rebuild it again here. Now in those times that you're vulnerable, what it talks about there is that you've got to remember the reason why you are doing what you're doing, and just how important it is for your growth and your development here in your reading. See, because this talks about no longer living in fear, embarrassment, shame here. This is all about your self-confidence, building your self-confidence, self-development here, and it's also about loving yourself again. But first you have to figure out here your negative attachments and what are they attached to here. And it does come in as your negative patterns of thinking, your negative feelings and emotions, your toxic patterns of behaving, and how that has been applied to your everyday life and the people around you here. See, with each one of those is a cycle here. Yeah, you can tackle all of them at once here, but know that it's small steps, small, I want to say dedicated steps to becoming a better version of yourself here. See, that's the goal that you want to keep in your mind here. Where do you see yourself at the end of, let's say, a year's time? Because the death card and transformation isn't going to happen here in your reading in a day, a week, 3 weeks, a month, 3 months, and even 6 months here. When you get to the end of the year, there is still that possibility here that you're going to get pulled back into the past, because you become quite vulnerable, because you have to rebuild that all up again. But know here is that it's a beautiful experience when you clear out all that negative here, you release and transmute it, and you gain a better understanding about yourself, knowledge and understanding about yourself here, and also gain that wisdom by looking back at the past here and the certain steps that you took, or the life that you lived in the past cycle. So both you and your person, you're kind of at the tail end of a cycle here. It hasn't ended yet. See, this requires discipline, this requires control and your full focus here in your reading. The ambition here is to end out negative attachments here. See, what I get there with those two cards, it's the start point. You've just started clearing the garden here. But I get here the positive thing here is that you know that it's a problem. You know things need to change. That's why that is such a great, powerful combination here. Powerful combination. So, see, I get what that's about for both you and your person as each other. Here, Cancer. Going towards each other. Here. Alright, so no inhibitions, no expectations here. Let's see what other messages the cards have for you. Lovers. Okay, so you have the Five of Pentacles. You were coming in with the King of Wands. And you were also coming in with the World card here in your reading. So this is your person here coming in with the King of Wands. Powerful card here. Those, see what it talks about there. The challenge and obstacle here for your person is that this Devil card actually applies to their whole life. Here, it's just not one aspect for your person. It's actually everything about your person. Coming in with the World card here. This is definitely a cycle is what it talks about here. This is something that your person has actually built here when it comes to the chocolate. But of course, I want to deep dive into that. See what it talks about there in your reading. It has always been a comfort zone for your person, the chocolate. It has never been a problem. They have never seen it as a problem, and they have never seen themselves as a problem. Here, there must be a better way in which I could say that one, and I will think about that here. See, with the Five of Pentacles, what it talks about there, it's discipline for your person. Well, that would be a huge challenge to come in with the Five of Pentacles, because the Five of Pentacles is actually talking about discipline here, where your person, it's about your person just going without here. It's like cold turkey. It's like mind over matter here. It's like I said, for your person, it's like clearing out the garden, pulling everything out and not planting anything at this time. That's what it talks about here, not being pulled back. It's a challenge for your person, though, the way in which they're coming in here, by coming at this cold turkey here. Because like I said, there will be times where you get vulnerable here and you do get pulled back into a past, because coming in with the Devil card, what you resist, you will persist in a sense here. So it's like the chocolate here. So what your person has to be mindful of, or here in your reading, or what you need to be mindful of here is that, yes, your person is going to need the chocolate. I mean, that's great willpower there. Yeah, that's it's like saying, okay, no TV, no movies here for 6 months. I'm just not going to watch anything. I'm just going to focus on me. And that what it talks about there is that you begin to appreciate some of the simple things in life that you took for granted. Yeah, it's what I want to say there. It's the hard way of learning to appreciate by just cutting it all out of your life. It really is. Here, certain things here. This could even be, like I said, the chocolate. This could be food here, rubbish food here, collective. You know, not just because you want the chocolate here, just because you crave the chocolate, you're still not going to eat it. You stick to see, this is like sticking to a diet, but the diet is not just about food. The diet is also about, like I said, the TV, movies. Here it also can talk about fizzy drinks, drinking, cordial here, just going straight water. Here in your reading. Yeah, it can talk about your friend group, pulling back from your friend group here, pulling back from family here, and when you do get to spend time with your family, you can manage and cope with it, and you appreciate it here. But that's vice versa. I mean, coming in with those two cards, the Devil card and the Death card, that's how I see the Five of Pentacles. And see, because this person has a huge cycle where they actually do have a lot of patterns and habits, a lot of negative attachments here in your reading. It's like, I have a lot to fix up. I don't want to be influenced by others. I don't want to influence others here in your reading. When you're coming in with the World card here. See, what I get there is that this person wants another cycle. See, what the Five of Pentacles also talks about here, Cancer, is you're not there. See, and that's hardcore discipline in itself here. So let me pull some more cards here. And let's just see the Fool card, the Hierophant, alright. Okay, so you have the Fool card, you have the Hierophant card, you have the Ten of Pentacles, and you also have the Knight of Wands here in your reading. It is coming in as your person wanting a new cycle here. Coming in with the Hierophant guy here, what it talks about there in your reading, wow. Yeah. It's the way in which your person wants to come towards you, Cancer. It's the way that this person wants to come in. See, this person wants to come in. They do want to, there is an element of risk here. See, what I get with the Devil card and the Death card is that your person held back in the past out of fear. There was a lot of fear here. And so for your person to overcome that fear was the chocolate. And it made it easier for your person to ignore, to ignore and avoid the way in which they were feeling. But they know that that's a problem, because when you're coming in with the Devil card, it's a problem. There's a problem there. Now, what it talks about here in terms of the Hierophant here, it's your person wants to work for it. Your person wants to work on themselves here. That's something else I'm getting here in your reading, because they do actually want to show up here. See, it's like you make your person want to be a better person. That's what I'm also picking up here. See, what I get here in your reading, the Five of Pentacles is also coming in here as you're not in your person's eyeballs anymore. You're not there here, okay? And that's an obstacle for the King of Wands. That's what I'm also picking up here in your reading. But this person wants to come back towards you here. They want to come in here. This is what the Fool card and the Hierophant card are that's what it's talking about here. Ooh. See, they want to change. That's what I'm getting. They want to change how people perceive them. They want to change how you see them here. They want you to see them in a certain light. They want to change how you saw them in the past. That's what I'm also picking up here. Now, coming in with the Ten of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands, what it talks about there is it's definitely coming in as showing up in front of your eyeballs, but this person wants you to show up here. This person wants an offer from you. That's what I'm getting here. Once they've cleared everything out, because that's exactly what this person wants to do here, Cancer. Once your person has cleared it all out, here, they want you to be the one to, it's like restart the garden all over again. That's what it's saying. And even though you come in as quite casual, here in your reading, there's still going to notice you. What I get there is that it doesn't matter here, but of course it does, because you are only going to be casual when you come in towards this person. See, this person wants to change. They don't want to be they don't want to stay in fear anymore. This person wants to end out their negative attachments. And there is a high possibility that this person is going to do that. Let's see what the advice is. Ooh, all right, advice. Okay, so you're coming in with the Queen of Swords, and so What I get with the Queen of Swords here in your reading, what it talks about there is speak with compassion and empathy. Watch your words here. Don't get into that reptilian mindset. I also get here in your reading is that your person is quite mindful. They may feel like you are going to react here. You may speak your mind here in your reading, but it's saying, listen, I do get you want to hear this person out here. That's what it's also talking about here. Okay. All right, I am going to leave it there, Cancer. Thank you so much for your reading, and I'll catch you later. Bye.